in MP3. Before that, hot tracks in MTV. Now I synchronize the MPC. So this strap genuine like OMG. Yo, G, y'all in the booth like DB. LOL, old school, I'm so PC. See the mic, I gotta grab it, no CD. Yeah. You're playing the odds when you face the mob. See the guard raising the bar, happy y'all just don't get it. I'm hard to paint when involved, and again I might roll up in the tank, dog, ain't no limit. GOH, haters get DDT. Is that ain't what they used to be? It's funk jock in the guard on board. Like a CP3, it's about time y'all get used to me.
Dolphins have just made Hartman their guy. Let's hear more about him from Adam.
He's a Heisman-winning defender. Let me say that one more time. He won the Heisman, and he's a defensive player. Need I say more? You can imagine how well he played this season to win the biggest award in college over several offensive playmakers. The trophy was well-deserved, and according to Matt Miller, he projects really well as a defender in the NFL. I think this is a home run pick, and it's great to see a defender get some well-deserved recognition.
What wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. Oh, look at this. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock.
Yes, I'm at a crossroads, lost.
The Rams are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock.
Disbelievers, guess the game was missing the lead.
Redskins. The Ravens are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock.
Smash on they with the classic fash.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Gotta ask if you do it to the casket dip. Believe it or not, legacy mean a lot. Fiending the reach for the top. Yard screaming, I drop. Damn, high break. Free from they make prisoners up of Rikers Island. Think out the box. This couldn't have been predicted by the miners. Wrestling with religion and science. Look, give me something.
Money getter till I'm a 1%er. Business is warfare. Edgar Hoover said, stop the rise of a black messiah. The judge said, charge teens as adults, turn them to lifeless. Us holy, brush waves slowly. Tusker ivory beside me. Thus no slave Toby, don't try me. We enter in the age of Aquarius, where Ukrainian armies and U.S. National Guard tensions flaring up. So unforgiving is the universe when you don't listen. It's all written, that soul quenching goal you're missing. Careful of ending in the ending structured system where your wild barking the ground turn to meows and hissing. I'm torn between religions, my necklaces represent.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
I'm just trying to see and hear the signs of the terrible mind. Lion skin got my stripes. They from Front Street, make believe block. Got an attitude avenue, liars lane. Your life ain't compatible, not to mine. You insane, you belong in the liar society.
The Saints are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock.
Like state troopers and feds is off the hook tonight. I take a look alike. Last night we left the club. My future
Give
bright.
me something to believe in. Yeah.
The Falcons are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Titans pick is in. Let's go to Adam, who has more on Blake.
Matt Miller was glued to the ongoing soap opera that was his story this season. A feared pass rusher, he couldn't quite seem to play with the same intensity on a week-to-week basis. Some weeks he looked absolutely unstoppable, terrorizing opposing quarterbacks. others he looked out of place, struggling to make any sort of impact, even taking himself out of the game multiple times in fits of frustration. Some GMs I spoke to felt that his lack of consistency was due to a lack of maturity, something that can be easily addressed by the right coaching staff. This pick could have tremendous upside or could end up as a what could have been story. It should be interesting to see how this saga plays out.
The 49ers are now on the clock.
You look like you've seen a ghost. I don't think it's even gonna be close. Your rabbit's foot and your four-leaf clover. Throw it away and start all over. Here I am, see me coming.
Shefty, McKenzie, the pick here. What do you have to say?
There have been plenty of incredible moments in college football history, but rarely do you see a game end in a safety. Late in the fourth quarter, his team was down, and its opponent was trying to run out the clock. However, he came hard off the snap, demolished two blockers, and crashed down on the quarterback before he even had time to hand off the ball. That safety was enough to give them the win and send his draft stock soaring. His raw strength alone was enough for this team to take a chance on him, and we'll see if he can develop into a dominant defensive lineman.
Wait like it weighs a ton. Ain't no luck in the gasoline rainbow. Come on, jump that rag.
Patrick is now the pick. Adam, what do you think about that?
Well, he hasn't gotten a lot of attention from the media. His name has been circulating around the front offices the past few weeks. To find out why, I spoke with Matt Miller. He told me his performance at the Combine caused them to go back and look at his game film one more time. And what they found was his team made a scheme change in his final season that forced him to shift to a new role he wasn't exactly comfortable in. To draw a comparison, they looked at his first 3 seasons before the change, and he looked like a much different player. The speed and level he played at matched what they saw him do back at Indy. He rose up draft boards across the league, and they're very lucky to have picked him up before anyone else could.
The 49ers are now on the clock. Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
Looking back at pro days, no quarterback had a more impressive showing than he did. Matt Miller described it as a franchise-type workout. On his own turf, with his weapons to throw to, not a single pass touched the ground. A full fleet of scouts were in attendance to see him make every possible NFL throw. Matt told me he was very impressed with his ball placement. Each throw is spot on, allowing receivers to maintain their speed and make the catch in stride. With the performance he turned in, it's no wonder he was drafted here. He has all the qualities you want in your play caller. Now let's see if he can put it together and become the face of their franchise.
All that I had left to give, all the reasons I confront, you're my reason left to live. If that ain't enough.
Now that Mack is off the board, Adam, what do you have on him?
This kid is an explosive defensive talent. Sadly for fans of college football, his career came to an abrupt end after he suffered a grade 3 groin tear while attempting to make a tackle. After surgery, weeks of intensive, platelet-rich plasma therapy, and months of strength training of the affected area, he looked like his old self when he took the field for his pro day. Some scouts in attendance even felt as though he looked stronger and faster than before the injury. I'd expect him to get reps with the first-team defense come training camp, and don't be surprised to see him starting in Week 1.
Take my heart back from your hands, and my pride back from your. Oh, believe while I still can. Taking back the best of me. If this ain't enough, no, 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 then I guess I had enough, had enough, had enough, had enough. And what is love? If you're still searching for something, then what is love?
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
We'll never see how far we've come if we keep looking at the sun. So what is love if we're still searching for something looking higher, higher? Yeah,
The Jets are now on the clock.
higher.